day. Take care of it. I'm going after Coney, and the last thing I need is some other fucking agent in my way. Understood, man.
Hey agents, thanks for tuning into this one. Yes, this is another Hunter's Fury build, but I thought, what else could I do with it? Because I've already given you Hunter's Fury with chess pieces like Trauma, Intimidate, Gunslinger, Obliterate. I mean, those are the normal things. Usually on the chest you have your stuff like your, on your backpack you have your Memento backpack, you have a Adrenaline Rush, you have Bloodsucker, Wicked, Perfectly Wicked. I mean, normally I have those kind of things. So I thought, what else could I actually do with it? This is more of a group build. Not really meant for solo. You can solo with it, but the talents here are much more served better towards a group. I mean, the backpack talent especially, not so much the chest Unbreakable on here. So this is a little bit of a mix of both. I tried to make it for solo and for group. You must see what works better for you. This won't work for everyone. So it's 4-piece Hunter's Fury. They have 1-piece Badger. I have my Grupo there for crit damage. I have my, because I thought, why not use it with the gunner specialization. I have my Banshee Pulse, and I have this Explosive Seeker, but I just give myself a little breathing space when I'm being overrun by NPCs when playing on solo. With my Scorpio, the Grudge, and Gunner with all its benefits like your armor your armor that you get back per kill, your ammo regeneration, all your faster reloads, all those cool benefits. So I'll start with the Scorpio. So the Scorpio, that's probably my preferred exotic when it comes to Hunter's Fury or close combat builds. Just because of the septic shock that you get, the debuffs you get to the NPCs. So what works for me really well, together with the Opportunistic on the backpack, is the septic shock on 7 shots. Your target takes additional 20% damage from all sources. So then you can actually, your target, whoever you are shooting, they can take 30% more damage from your whole group, whatever the case may be. So this is why Opportunistic works really well for group. So this is not actually a build for the more little bit of selfish players. So that ties in really well with I'll start with the backpack here. It's a Grupo backpack for 15% critical damage transit bonus, 11.7 weapon damage, 11.4 critical damage, explosive resistance. I wish that was crit chance. I have critical hit damage here, 12% in mod slot, and like I said, opportunistic. Enemies you hit with either a shotgun or a marksman rifle amplifies the damage they take by 10 seconds from all sources, but it only lasts for 5 seconds. So you just have to keep on shooting, basically. I don't like using marksman's rifles at all in this game, so that's why shotgun. So opportunistic works very well, like I said, with the Scorpio, the septic shock on your 7 hits per target. Like your bosses, for example, they can take 7 hits, then the NPC takes 30% more damage for that 5 seconds. So you can really do a lot of damage with it. Even on solo, you can still do a lot of damage with it. The Unbreakable is just basically more for the solo. You can use your stuff like your Obliterate if you're playing in a group, for example. So perfect Unbreakable, so I get 100% of my armor back when it snaps. They have 170k armor, max out roll, 6% crit chance, 10.9 critical damage. I chose to put a 6% crit chance mod in there. I'll go through my 4 Hunters Fury. Why 4 piece is because on the 2 piece we have your shotgun damage and your SMG damage. 3 piece your armor and kill, alpha and kill, which ties in very well with the gunner as well. Because you get the extra 10% armor kill, so you get 30% armor kill. This is why this also works for solo. But Unbreakable is not for everyone. It might feel a bit weak to you, but it helps with survivability. So Apex Predator, enemies within 15 meters receive a debuff, amplifying your weapon damage against them by 20%. So killing a debuff enemy with your weapon disorients other enemies within 5 meters and amplifies weapon damage by 5% for 10 seconds. So this is Hunter's Fury. That's why I love Hunter's Fury so much, and why I have most of my videos on my build videos most of the videos on my channel are Hunter's Fury, because of Apex Predator, just because of the debuffs. So those debuffs, they also help with the Scorpio. They also tie in with the opportunistic, the debuffs all around. The second piece Hunter's Fury there, which I have, is 170 armor, 5.3% crit chance. And over there as well, 170 armor, 11% critical hit damage. And the same thing here on the glove, 170 armor, and your 11.8% critical hit damage. Like I said, the Banshee Pulse doesn't last very long, but it does its job. Before you approach a group, you just hit them with a Banshee Pulse. It activates they get disorientated. It gives you a bit of opportunity. The Explosive Seeker Mine, the cooldown is actually much longer than that. That's only because I'm here in the shooting range. That's why the cooldown is on there. It's actually 31 seconds. The bleed duration 7 seconds. The bleed damage is not that much. There's not actually a bleed ball. Like I said, the Seeker Mine on here was just to actually give myself a little bit of breathing space. You will notice that I'm not using a shield on here, which is also why I'm using Unbreakable, by the way, because I'm not using a shield on here. If I was using a shield, I would use something like a Obliterate on here. If I was doing that. The Grudge on here, which has 15% weapon damage, 21% crit chance, 6% damage to armor, I put on there. Excuse me. Perfect Vindictive, so killing an enemy with a status effect applied grants you and all allies within 20 meters 18% crit chance and 80% critical damage for 20 seconds. So that's actually pretty nice to have, Perfect Vindictive. That's actually really good with this. So you can hit the enemy with your Disorient, with your Banshee Pulse. You can kill them with a Grudge. You get that benefit for the whole group. So the Grudge is actually also ties in why I say this is more of a group build. With Opportunistic, it's more of a group. If you use Opportunistic, you can swap out this Unbreakable. You can swap it out for something like Obliterate. You can get a lot more damage, raw damage out of it. So I'm sacrificing that damage for survivability because I don't want to use a shield. I'm tired of using shields. So this is a no shield Hunter's Fury build. All the other Hunter's Fury builds I put up, all of them use a shield. So this is the first Hunter's Fury build I'm using that doesn't rely on a shield to keep me alive. On the stats, on the Scorpio is 49.3% and 126.1 critical damage. You can play around with this. You can make the crit chance more, the crit damage less. The crit damage you can push up by taking the crit chance a little bit lower. It's your personal preference. This works okay for me. The grudge will have 60% crit chance, 127.1 critical damage. I'll just show you the pistol because sometimes you might have to use it if you run out of ammo, but it's very unlikely you're running out of ammo because you're using gunner. Your ammo constantly regenerates. So just to show you a little bit what it does, if I'm veterans, basically those purple NPCs, this will be more of an up close build as well. So that's why I'm putting it to 10 meters and not 15. If I put it here on 15 meters, then you won't see the Apex Predator debuff working because it has to be within 15 meters. It's a purple. We swap weapons. Yeah, my aiming with the garage sucks a bit. You put it on elite. I should probably do that. Show you that buff I'm gonna get. Come on. That's basically, you can see there it worked. There's where the debuff came in. You can see it's actually very strong. So you can imagine if you use something like Obliterate, it's actually a lot more, it's a lot stronger. But I'm using Unbreakable because I'm not using a shield. That's basically my latest trend now for me is trying not to use a shield, and the only thing that I can think of that will keep me alive is Unbreakable. So that's just the way it is. So there I've showed you all that stuff, the Banshee, the Explosive Seeker Mine, to give myself damage, give myself a little bit of breathing space, not really damage, and so I have bleeding enemies with a status effect I can kill with a grudge. The Scorpio helps me with to get Opportunistic active, and that also ties in with the debuffs I get here with the Apex Predator. So that's a 20% debuff, that's another 10%, and you get a 20% from the Scorpio. So it kind of works out really well. So you can get a lot of damage from this, from an armor build which is 1.7 million armor. You could of course have it all red, but then I feel I die a lot quicker all red build. Just running around trying to face tank with the all red. I die actually if I run into a group. Then it's a bit of a problem. I can hit from the side. I just die all the time. But yeah, that's the build, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, you can leave a comment if you think that I'm using the wrong piece. But like I've said, I've used anything else I could think of with Hunter's Fury. So I haven't used one with Opportunistic yet, and that's why I thought I'd put out this video with the Unbreakable because I'm not using a shield. But thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.